Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Theresa, how are you?
Good.
Good,
How are
good.
you?
Very good.
Well,
Good to
thank
finally
you. Thank
connect.
you for taking the time to do this.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem. I'm glad you got online and it worked
Yeah.
out.
Well, since I've been just doing trading for the last 3.5 years, I'm a little bit behind in technology and these types of things.
That's all right. It's all good. Everything's a learning curve these days. Absolutely everything.
And everything's moving so fast.
Yeah, cool.
But
So, what's on your mind? How may I help you?
um I don't know. I mean, I'm, you know, a little while ago, I think about let's see, this is April, and I was with BBT for about a year. And towards the end of that, I had reached out to a few people, um, the instructors, thinking that they could, somebody could, talk to me and give me some advice. But none of them, like I know John said, I need to stop trading. He said, stop trading right now. um,
All right.
and Megan um, has paid subscription, and I was thinking about that, and a few other people, but I didn't get anywhere with that attempt, and I've been trying to just plug along with talking to Chat GPT, but but at some point. At some point, I have to talk to a real human being, and uh, I thought I needed maybe BBT has a couple of psychologists on staff, so I thought I might reach out to them, but I got too boggled down with the market. But I've, just very quickly, I've been doing this since 2022. I didn't know that I started at the worst time, that a new trader could possibly jump in. And I really just didn't know what I was doing. I saw my account going down in 2022, and I thought, well, if it's going to go down like this, maybe I can, I couldn't do much worse. Well, I did a lot worse. um, and but now I've refunded my account, and trying to do a little bit. 3.5 years, I've had a lot of screen time. I've basically cut out everything and just focused on learning the market, which was a mistake as well, because I should have kept some income streams working on the side. But I really took this learning the market seriously, and I think I'm sort of at that breaking point. Either I move forward and become profitable in my year 4, or I should just quit, like John said, and go into some sort of investing or something. Um, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Wow. Well, you know what? It's good news is you're not in a unique place. A lot of people have been or are where you are.
Right.
So, 3 4 years in and you're struggling, can't figure it out, or this is the market we're talking about. It's not magic, it's not complicated, it's not some voodoo science. At the same time, it can be very difficult to make money out of it. In really, typically, it's the problems are not anything technical with strategy or knowing where to put your
It's mostly
stops and things.
psychological, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more about your relationship with money. For most people, that's what it comes down to.
Right.
And either, well, usually when you're struggling with the relationship of money, it means it's an unhealthy relationship, which means there's some control problems going on where you're trying to control money or money is controlling you. Either way, that kind of relationship, which happens at a very deep kind of subconscious level, inspires poor decision making when it comes to trading, when it comes to taking trades or exiting trades or whatever it may be. In So usually that's what we need to work on. And again, it's is, like I said before, this is normal because we all come from pop culture where we're not taught about this stuff, about detachment from money. We're taught about work hard, make money, get into debt, all that stuff. We
Right.
need
And I realized that all those like normal working hard and things defeats the whole purpose
yeah,
of
yeah,
being in the market. And the market doesn't reward you for that. Um,
yeah. So
it's and I'm trying to detach from the money and the profit, the P&L, and all of that, and just focus on the skill. Real estate, it's my background. You just plug along and do lead generation every day, focus on the process, and the money is the byproduct. Same as with this, but this is in a much, much more punitive way if you make a mistake. And that's something that I learned very, very hard way. Um, and I should have started in the paper trading account for the first 6 months, but
yeah.
I didn't. And you know how that probably went. So, and, a couple of things about your trading style resonated with me. I happened to listen to your session one day when you were doing measure move. That seemed to really make, I'm a very apparently I'm a very structured I take the very structured approach to the market, the charting, and I have to make some sense out of it. And so structuring the chart and charting is the only thing that I can make sense of. And now, after 3.5 years, some intuition and market movements and things of that nature, and the craziness, um, that goes on in the headlines these days. I think I'm so much better now than I was understanding the market 3.5 years ago. Your measure move fit right into my structured personality and understanding of the market, and that just gave me some sanity. And then another clip that I caught your webinar on was on your, I know of course, your sizing, your account and all of that is very different than anybody or mine. But I saw the way you are able to pull money out of the market without trading every day, so I thought, hey, there's a trader who is able to execute and really profit from the market and that doesn't have to be stuck trading all day every day. He just trades whenever he sees a excellent setup that works for him, and you're able to go in and extract your whatever you do your magic. And that also, I never thought that I didn't think of it that way either. So a couple of things about you and your webinars sort of resonated with me. And that is the type of, I don't want to be a slave to the market. I love the market, but I don't need to sit here all day and trade the market every single day either. In fact, I'm exhausted, 3.5 years of just screen time.
Yeah.
And not being able to do anything much aside because I haven't been profitable. So I'm just like trying to find my setup, and now that I've refunded my account to normal, to fit the PDT rule and all that. Now that I do, the PDT rule is going away, right? So,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I see that I got it. I was dabbling with futures a while ago in the beginning when I shouldn't have, but I got into the zero DTE SPY. I lost so much money on the zero DTE SPY that
Yeah.
when I switched over to the futures, the MES and MNQs, and sometimes even in the gold, micro gold. First of all, it relieved me because I knew that my money wasn't going to disappear. Like if I would, pick the wrong direction and delta was going to eat away at my, whatever. So that stress and that pressure immediately helped me. But I don't think the platform that I'm on is the best format for best use of my funds, because the TOS charges like $4,000, $5,000 margin per contract, micro contracts. So I've opened a Ninja account, but I haven't done anything. All this technical platforms, it doesn't come in, intuitively for me. So I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm not a dummy, but I will figure it out. It will take some time. It's not intuitive like an iPad. So, so that's where I am, sort of all, it sounds like I'm all clustered, but and all over the place, but I'm not. Mainly I trade still the SPY. And sometimes if I see a great setup on one of the micros, I take a trade on the micros on TOS. But mostly I'm waiting to get my Ninja account up so that I can do the futures over there. But I don't know what, and I'm breaking even. I'm breaking even at this point. I'm not, thank goodness, I'm not like losing more than I'm making. But I'm not making it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, it's very simple. I think to begin with, forget about trading live to begin with for now. Even though you funded your account, that's good. It's ready to go. You can, it's easy to plug and play. But don't go live to begin with for now. Let's
Don't go
nail down.
live. You go back to paper.
Yeah, I'm doing the same as well right now. I've been in paper trading for, I don't know, feels like 6 months, I think.
I did about 2 months of paper trading before I refunded my account.
Okay.
And I was great. I was never red. I didn't close any days in red, but for 30 days straight. And then I opened my, reopened my, or funded my account.
Okay. So do you have confidence in your method? Okay.
ChatGPT thinks that I should have more.
ChatGPT. I've never even used it, so I can't tell you anything about it.
Oh, it's amazing stuff. It knows so much about structure. It's not a great trader, but it knows charting and structure and all that information, because all that private equity hedge funds have poured in all that research into him.
Into it. Okay. All right. So that's all good then. But then on top of that, do you have confidence in your ability to execute your method consistently all the time without over trading or frustration and all that?
Right. I do not. I am a, older woman. I have tons of work experience. I don't over trade. I did. I think because, again, I thought as a trader, I was supposed to trade. I didn't know that you look for your setup. And in fact, I think you said something and I saw your style. And this is why I'm talking. I've attached myself onto you, because you're the only trader person out there that I have live, not someone on YouTube, but someone live that I've seen has done things that have resonated with me. And I thought I was supposed to be trading constantly. That's completely wrong. And you said, look for your setups. And then I've heard that from, ChatGPT, look for your setup and trade just the setup. And that's what you do. And now I've done that. I think I've only been looking for setups for about 6 months or a year. So especially now, I do not overtrade. I take maybe 3 to 4 trades. Maybe that's even too much, but I constantly look for my setups, and that's all I trade.
All right. Well, that's good. You know what your setup looks like. You've practiced it. You know how to execute it. So what's stopping you?
Execution is a little hesitating, because I get fearful. I see my setup and I see a great setup. Not so much these days, but when I do, I don't know, and then I don't know the sizing, and I go in with one or two contracts, and then
Mm,
that's it. So there's
yeah,
no big money to be made in one contract of SPY, right?
yeah,
Even
yeah.
though it's a winner.
Yeah, you see, so
That's the problem.
these are some of the details that need to be sorted out before really going live. Because if you put on too much size, you blow it up, or you put on too small, it's not worth your time. All that could happen easily.
In
So
paper account, sorry to interrupt, but because it's all because of you. Because if I learned all these, I tried to push my nervous system, in paper trading, and I went in with, you know 10, 50, 100, and I even tried 1,000. Even in paper trading, I cannot deal with 1,000 contracts,
yeah,
but I can deal with 100 contracts. And I can see myself, when in my account, I can accommodate 100 contracts if the setup is there, and the funds are there and everything. I can see myself doing that 50 or 100 contracts. I'm years away from 1,000 contracts. I think my nervous system won't be able to tolerate it. Um, but I learned all these, and these thoughts
mhm,
of ways of trading, strategies of trading from you.
yeah. Yeah, again, like I said, it's all psychology, and that comes down to your relationship with money, the sizing, the number of contracts, all that stuff. If you see your money going up and down, is it too much? You'll freak out. That we got to be aware of
Thousands
these
of that
things.
to me in the paper trading.
Yeah, yeah. So again, these are some of the details you need to work out in paper trading, including getting the sizing right. And sizing is really, where do you enter and where do you put your stop. You should know that before you enter. Like, where the price is right now, where your stop needs to be. So then accordingly, how many contracts to put on, so you can lose only what you can afford to lose or plan to lose. That has to become instinct. That has to happen quickly, because the truth is, when you're trading live and you're trying to calculate size and you're not sure if that's the right size or that's the wrong size, well, you're spending too much time trying to figure that out. The price is already gone, the setup's gone. So that's why you doing that in the sim and getting the sizing right in the sim is actually really important, because you want this to be instinctive when you're live. Because again, as you know, what the truth is, when you're live, it's a whole different ball game. Your emotions are kicking in, and your ability to calculate rationally and think rationally has gone out the window. So everything must be simple and instinctive. So you don't have to do too much calculating, too much thinking. So that's why build those instincts in the sim. Be careful in sim, of course. You don't want to build bad instincts like oversizing and overtrading. All that stuff happens in the sim. But you got to build these sorts of things. These are some of the things to iron out to make sure, again, you're confident in your method of sizing. Even that's like one truly important thing, because it can go really bad really quick, or it can become too good too quick, which is more dangerous, because then you get overconfident, and then it's another problem. So just take the few trades in the sim. I'd say maybe a week, maybe a month, whatever makes sense to you, until you got the instinct to the point where you can confidently execute this stuff. Because you don't want to go live and then again hesitate when you're live. You hesitate in the sim, fine, but unnecessarily hesitating when you're live, that's a problem, because we know we're going to hesitate anyway emotionally. There's no point hesitating with the technical stuff. That's going to be a disaster. So that's why I suggest take a little time in the sim, work out these little details. These are small ones, not too much trouble, but you got to work them out. Otherwise, it causes a bigger problem later.
Right. So maybe the sizing aspect, which I'm not 100% sure. I just thought that I would go in, I would just change the default setting, because right now it's on 1. Maybe I'll change that to like 3, because I think I can deal with 3 contracts.
Well, you said you're using Thinkorswim, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm using TradingView, and one of the features that I like in TradingView is I don't have to sit there and calculate the size. I just put the stop before I even enter the trade, and right there on the screen, it's showing me how many dollars I would lose at this size. And I can type in the other size, or if I wanted more or less, type it in, then hit the enter button and enter the trade.
Right. So
Really easy like that. So it's a little feature. It
I'm trying
eliminates the
to learn
calculation.
Trading View as well,
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
said that you have a Ninja uh, trading
Hmm.
but you trade on Trading View,
Yeah, yeah.
and so I didn't know that those relationships existed. So
Oh yeah.
um,
They're all there. We can do all kinds of things. So it's not complicated really. TradingView is great. I mean, it's very easy to use, and it's again, the only difference is, well, difference. Well, the only thing to watch out for is there's too many features. But unless you really get lost in the rabbit hole of shiny objects, you won't have a problem with that. There's a lot of different ways to do things, but the default feature of being able to enter a position is nothing more than putting your stop where you want it to be. And if you hit the enter button right now, this is exactly how much you would lose if it hits your stop, and you can adjust the size accordingly. It's just so instinctive. It's easy.
I
Makes
see.
it easy. Make life easy. You don't need to use complicated platforms or expensive platforms. TradingView is free. I think you can use the free version to begin with and see
Oh,
how
you
that.
can do all that on their free version.
Yeah, just hit the paper trade button and off you go. You don't even need a broker or anything. You just get familiar with the buttons and a few things on it. And then they have different tiers of subscriptions based on features and whatever. But to begin with, I think it's easy. It simplifies a lot of problems that most people have with just using platforms and expenses and all those things. It's easy. You don't need the trouble.
Dodge
So
Trader is it seems to be everything is commissioned there. So that was something that I thought I shouldn't move to and just stay with TOS because at stocks, they don't have any commission. And I think Dodge Trader, they do charge commission even on,
DOS is not a broker. DOS
I
does
mean,
not.
IBKR, I guess
IB,
that's
yeah.
what, yeah.
Yeah. Now
Maybe.
IB doesn't for day trading or short-term trading, the kind of stuff that we're doing. I mean, I do a little beyond day trading now, but the charting stuff on IB is not workable. You need to have another data plan or something or the other. It doesn't work. Again, TradingView is simple and easy. There's no reason not to use it. I've come across all these other platforms. TradingView is just easy, simple, and again, it helps eliminate a lot of these problems. Just you don't have to watch the charts all day. Set up the alerts. They just one click, and knowing your position size is just one click, drag and drop. There's nothing to it. So I recommend use the platform that makes your life easier. Just does
Mhm.
it, and just paper trade, sim trade until you get familiar with the few things. And it's not difficult to link your broker. Even that is just a couple of clicks away. You know,
So
so take it slow with that.
do you make, I mean, is this your only job? Trading
Yeah,
is your full-time job or like,
yeah.
or do you have other income sources that you live, I mean, you have another job?
No, it's just trading, and I have investments, but that's not a job.
Uh-huh.
This is just trading. That's all I've been doing for
How long
almost
have you
10
been
years.
trading?
2017 I got going with trading, and then day trading really got into 2019, and now I've moved away from day trading again. I've gone into some bigger stuff with the futures market.
I see.
So yeah, been trading for a while. It's good fun. I like it.
Did it take you a little bit to get profitable or no?
Oh yeah, it took a while. I think it was about 3 years till I really got moving.
Did you
And
do it by yourself for the most part, or did you learn from someone, or did you train with someone?
no, I didn't train with any specific individual. I was a part of a group going through all the education stuff, but really that was just a great big mess. I discovered that when I stopped listening to all the bullshit webinars, I just started reading the right books that made sense to me and seeking out the right kind of information. And in the end, basically self-taught, and more than self-taught, put it this way, came about it with some independent thinking. So I looked at a few things in the forex market and how people do things over there, looked at different ways of looking at candlesticks and levels, and then just independent thinking, I realized that this is what makes sense to me, irrelevant of what is popularized out there and how things work. Once I started truly doing that, then my trading went through the roof. It's amazing because really all the webinars, all the courses and subscriptions they're just selling you something. They're not trying to help you trade. If I'd actually just started out with independent thinking, probably would have be 3 or 4 years ahead of where I am right now. So that was my journey, and a lot of people find it that way. They buy subscriptions and they blow up accounts within the first 6 months, 1 year, and they never come back to it. Because all they did was they got sold a subscription, just like a used car salesman. You drive the car out the lot and it's broken.
I
That's
think
basically the
that,
trading world. So you gotta be
right.
careful with that.
I wish that I had gotten. I mean, I learned by myself from day one on all the videos on YouTube and things, but it really wasn't until I joined BBT, and I still can't understand Jared. I mean, I didn't understand him on my day one of BBT, and I understood him maybe 50% of the time during his morning sessions. Uh, and Spot Gamma and all that, they talk the same verbiage that I don't seem to catch on even now. I only understand about 50% of all that. Maybe one day I'll understand 100%, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, the way I did that, all of that, is when I came across things that didn't make sense to me, I used up the 80/20 principle, which is just drop it. If it don't work, if it doesn't make sense to me in 5 minutes, that's already a waste of my time.
right.
Just go
I
into something
yeah.
that makes sense.
I you know, in real estate, we try to have 5 to 7 baskets of lead generation, what works. Everybody has their own. So even in trading, there are certain setups that work for me. It may not work for, maybe it'll be too elementary for other people. Maybe other people have different setups that they look for, but I have about 3 to 4 or 5 setups that work for me. And that's what I focus on.
Okay,
And
that's
now,
good.
if I could get those things, if I see and those setups, I realized this year that those setups don't come every day. Those setups don't come multiple times a day. My A+ setups. So I can't go in on an A+ setup that comes up with one contract, just because I'm scared. I will never become profitable. So I've learned these things. So when I see a A+ setup, my A+ setup, I need to go in with sizing if I am absolutely sure, with pre-planned calculated risk and everything. So this old brain is tweaking and working a little bit better now in the 4th year. So I don't think that I should stop trading. I don't, but I just need a little bit more confidence and not hesitate so much. And so maybe I should go back to paper trading for another month and get that confidence back up.
Yeah, yeah. Build your confidence and don't restrict the time. If it takes 2 months or 3 months, whatever, it's worth it. Don't say in 1 month I'm going live. That's already putting pressure on the paper trading process,
Oh,
which
what?
is
Yeah.
the purpose. So, take your time with it. Go into the paper trading. I suggest TradingView. The platform's easy. It solves a lot of problems. Show up when in our sessions. We're all in a group doing it all together, discussing everything live, all that
Oh, you're
fun
not
stuff.
there.
I'm there. I'm there. When I'm there, I'm there. But there are people out there every day. They're online right now, even, I think. Probably just finished right now.
Whenever I log in, it says I get a message that you're only one here.
You're in the wrong time. You gotta keep up with the calendar. I'll send you a message after this and link you to the right place. Everyone's
Are
online
they
every day.
experienced traders? I mean,
Oh yeah,
they are.
very very experienced traders.
Yeah.
Thing about our group is there are very few newbies around here. As in, everyone's been in this for a while. Very few people have coming in here and saying, "Hey, I want to learn trading." I just don't attract that kind of people because mostly they're just gamblers, get rich quick attitudes, and I have no interest in talking to people like that anyway. So, turns out the kind of group we have is very very good. All high performers, all good traders, all experienced traders, doing some really advanced stuff. All experienced people in life as well. So, very very high quality group of people that we have here. And I love it. I show up as much as I can, at least a few sessions a week at a minimum. I'm usually there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, and of course, get active in our chat sessions, or rather, what do you call it? Our chat channels. We have a whole bunch of channels. I'll send you all these links after this call.
So
I'm
I don't
pushing it out this.
this that
Yeah,
Discord.
I know yeah, you're not
Is
familiar
it,
with it. I'll send you the details now. It'll be easy. It'll be so easy once you get involved. And you, even all these things we're discussing here, if you just post one single question, you'll have the right kind of people with the right information responding to you right away, including myself. It's amazing how quickly you can progress when you're in the right group of people. That counts. It counts for a lot. So
is it is any session, or are there any sessions that's like live, or is
oh yeah,
everything done by text?
oh, it's all live. It's all live. We have live sessions, as in just like we're live right now.
Oh,
We're treating
you're
live.
all talking.
Yeah, sharing screens and all that. I'm when I'm there, I'm leading these sessions. We got Jill who leads the session every day in the mornings. We got Brian who leads a couple sessions every week. We got all kinds of things going on. And we're having a webinar tomorrow. Yeah, Thursday. Tomorrow, one of our members is giving us a webinar on footprint charts. It's all good stuff, all live, all interactive, and that's the key. It's not just one dictator and you're the audience. It's not like that.
Right.
Not at all.
Because I was looking for, I need during the day, I need a little bit of squawk, like news, because we have a crazy person. What? Sorry, we have a person in the White House that likes to cause a bit of ups and downs in the
Yeah.
market. I need to be politically correct, so I don't.
Ah,
Um,
don't
so
worry about
not
it.
cause chaos and not, so anyway, I've been, and then I think having someone, I follow a person, Trade Brigade. He is very structured, and he also offers squawk during the trading session, and they trade the big caps and the futures. And I've been thinking about joining that for a month and seeing if that will give me some oomph, more confidence to enter my trades, and just overall confidence. So I'm looking for something more live, and
Yeah.
things with news,
Well,
since news headlines, it's driven so much right now.
yeah, well, I mean, if you believe that we're getting the news updates will help, you can try it, but I've never used that. I don't find it effective. If you're looking for live trading, this is exactly what we're doing, sharing screens. Like when I'm live, I'm sharing the screen, I'm talking through everything I see, I'm talking with everyone, answering questions.
Okay.
And the same thing that when whoever's leading the sessions, that's the whole agenda.
Okay.
And again, you have the microphone as well. You can ask questions right there on the microphone. So just join these sessions. You'll see it's a very different environment. Since
All
you
right.
already are here,
So
you
can
already
I
have access
join
to
on?
it.
So I'll download Discord app on the laptop. I'm on the
Mhm.
laptop right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I'll send you everything in there. It's all easy. It's actually very intuitive. You'll get together in like 5 minutes. You'll get it. No big deal. Don't worry about it.
Oh gosh. So does it sound like I have another? I hope that I asked ChatGPT yesterday. Do you think I will get profitable this year? And at least it thinks I can if I stay very disciplined in my fourth year. So
Well,
glad to know that I'm not a total idiot
yeah.
by not being profitable all this time.
Nah, I tell you what, you're not a total idiot because you're here amongst this group of people. The total idiots are in some other groups. Really, I mean, those noise groups, and they're providing dopamine and entertainment, not trading. That's different. It's a real bunch of good traders, as in serious traders, who are all doing well with trading.
Wow.
Really, it's a good quality group of people. So just by being here, I know you're not an idiot. I've filtered out lots of people. I've kicked people out, so many who just don't have the right attitude towards the whole thing. And I speak with them, but not they. So I send them to, the degenerates over there.
Another
Yeah, and they can go and have their fun there, gamble, whatever they want. That's not what we do here.
okay.
So
Well,
that's all good. The anxiety about getting profitable and all that, let it go. Focus on your method, on your process. Get those few details right. Yes, it does take discipline. You don't need ChatGPT to tell you that. I'll tell you that. Anyone will tell you that. You need discipline if you want to make it. Very simple. Just like anything good, nothing comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. So stick to the disciplines, work on those few problems, understand your position size, get used to the platforms, show up in our live sessions, and just show up in our group here, and you'll see lots of questions like this already being answered, and many different, very experienced traders with lots of insights. Maybe it's going to be the same thing being said by four different people, but in four different sentences, one of them may resonate with you. And then it'll click. Suddenly you'll realize, oh, that's what I need to do. And that's it. That's what it takes. That's why it's important to be in a group with really good people. It makes all the difference. So I recommend get active. Really get active. And I recommend stop chatting with ChatGPT so much. Not that I've ever done it. I don't know what that is. But it sounds like it's just, time going away.
It's endless. It opens up a whole new world.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. That's why I haven't touched it. I got other things to do. but so get active. After this call now, I'll send you the links and direct you to the right places, so you'll be in the loop, in the know with all of us, and you start participating and start getting the right guidance, doing the right things. You'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I really, really appreciate it. And I'm glad I actually got to talk to Avi, this trader that I've, been learning from. And I really, really, open your trading webinars and what you do and how you go about trading has really taken me down a path of, a goal. I really want to trade like Avi, one day.
Yeah. Well, so it's good to have you. It's my pleasure to connect with you, and it's good to have you in the group. We're all learning this together, and let's just get on this journey and make progress. Everyone together. It's not just me teaching; it's everyone's learning. We're all learning from each other as well. So it's a good thing. Welcome to the group.
Thank you. Well,
awesome. Great. Good stuff. So I'll send you some of these links now, and you'll be in the loop.
All right. Thank you for taking the time.
Sure. Anytime. No problem at all. Okay. Take it easy.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.